Elizabeth Scala here from elizabethscala.com. So we're going to talk about an interesting topic, and we're actually going to break it into a 3-week series. What is that topic, you might wonder? Well, my mom, I love, has been telling me since very early on, Elizabeth, you're an individual. Elizabeth, you are an individual. Which has really served me because I've done a lot of self-growth work and have this perspective now on life that is very positive, that is very goal-directed, that is very opportunistic, looking for areas to grow and figuring out ways to learn from certain situations. Okay, so I just preface with that. Now, being in the healthcare field, being that I am a nurse, we know there is a tendency at times to have less than ideal work environments, possible negative coworkers, people who can bring your energy down or drain you physically, emotionally. You go into the break room and it's just heavy, tense. People are gossiping, complaining, talking about negative things. Okay, so we have that. So recently I put out a post about miserable coworkers got you down and the steps we can take to prevent sort of their energy from draining us at work. And I received an interesting comment on Twitter back to me saying, okay, well, I understand that, but how about figuring out what's making these people miserable and then helping them? Makes sense, right? We're nurses, we want to help people. However, I'm going to share something that's sort of counterintuitive for nursing in this first of the 3-part video series, and that is adults and human behavior. We can't change them. We can try to help people, we can try to teach them healthy behaviors, positive mindsets, all sorts of things. But if the individual does not want to change themselves, there's really nothing we can do to help them, right? And we're only going to exhaust ourselves, make our own selves miserable as we continue to try to help these people who, quite frankly, aren't ready to be helped just yet, okay? So, I actually went to a service with my parents, and the person delivering the sermon, I don't remember the, sort of overall gist of the sermon, but I do remember something that he said which really struck me, and that was, we can never fully know what's going on with another human being, and people are often doing the best that they can with what they currently have in the present situation. So people are doing the best that they can with what they have in their current circumstances. So in this first video, my tip really is not about what we can do to bring the workplace into a positive realm, how we can change a behavior, how we can show up differently. We'll talk about these things in the next 2 videos. But this first video really is a mindset shift in our perspective of how we interact with these negative folks. They've got things going on, and if we can just approach them with a sense of understanding, a sense of empathy and compassion, really the things we tend to do as nurses, and know that these negative conversations, these complaints, these sort of unhealthy workplaces are not anything about us. It's not about what we have done or how we have chosen to show up in the workplace. Okay, so my first tip really is just to sort of sit back, understand that we cannot change another adult's behavior, realize that they are probably going through some situations. It may not even have anything to do with work. In fact, I was walking throughout the hospital the other day and I saw a man on his cell phone, and he was in a uniform and was one of the employees of the hospital, and he was screaming on his cell phone, screaming and cursing and unhappy and just angry, very angry. And I thought to myself, okay, so this guy's going to go back into the workplace and put on a smiling face? Who knows? My point is, we don't know what's going on with people and why they're bringing these energies to the workplace. So the very best thing we can do is simply understand that they have their perspective, and then know that we can only be in charge of, be accountable for, be responsible for ourselves. So in video 2 next week and video 3, we'll be going through some practical strategies to help us deal with these negative environments. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video not on my website, you can come over to elizabethscala.com for more information and resources. Enjoy the day. Thank you.